Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Analyzing Evil, where we peel back the layers of darkness behind the gaming's most vile villains. Today we're taking a hard look at one of the coldest, most calculating traitors in the Grand Theft Auto series, Dimitri Rascalov from Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 4 isn't simply a crime story, it's a psychological odyssey layered in moral ambiguity, fractured dreams, and haunted pasts. Among his constellation of morally grey characters, Dimitri Rascalov stands out not for his power, but for his duplicity. He is not the brute force of Liberty City, he is the cunning shadow. Today we unravel the pathology behind Dimitri Rascalov, his trauma, his rise, and his chilling brand of betrayal. Before Niko Bellic ever set foot in Liberty City, Dimitri Rascalov was already laying the foundation for a life of betrayal and manipulation. Born in Russia and once a loyal partner to Mikhail Faustin, Dimitri's early life was shaped by the need to survive under harsh, corrupt systems where power was derived from fear, not loyalty. His ideological foundation was simple: trust no one and eliminate any liability. During their time together in a Soviet prison, Dimitri and Faustin became close allies. However, their time in confinement hardened them differently. While Dimitri learned to manipulate from the shadows, Faustin became increasingly aggressive and erratic. The brutality of prison life turned Faustin grumpy, impatient, and emotionally unstable. The psychological instability followed Faustin into Liberty City, where he frequently made rash decisions, such as ordering Niko to assassinate the son of a powerful political figure, which threatened their criminal operations. Dimitri saw these decisions as dangerous liabilities and quietly began plotting his betrayal. Dimitri came to America with Faustin to carve out a slice of the criminal underworld, but with Faustin ruled with reckless aggression, Dimitri preferred subtly long cons and behind-the-scenes plays. He saw his boss as a liability, a man too unstable to control. From the beginning, Dimitri's ambition was hidden beneath the guise of reason and diplomacy. But make no mistake, beneath his cold stare was a man already making power plays. His trauma manifests in his complete lack of emotional attachment, his obsession with betrayal as a preemptive act of survival. Where others forge loyalty, Dimitri forges contingency. Where others see brotherhood, he sees potential threats. Dimitri Raskalov's psyche is shaped less by ambition and more by survival. Born into the chaos of post-Soviet collapse, Dimitri's early life was likely defined by the scarcity, power vacuums, and betrayal. The Russian criminal underworld of the 90s was not built on idealism, but on control, fear, and backstabbing. His dynamic with Mikhail Faustin offers a rich psychological case study. Faustin, once a close friend, descends into instability and erratic violence, symptomatic of his own unchecked PTSD. Dimitri, in contrast, remains a chilling calmness. While Faustin lashes out wildly, Dimitri plots quietly. It's a partnership mirroring a deteriorating marriage where one grows irrational and the other grows resentful. When Niko arrives in Liberty City, he thrusts into partnership with both Faustin and Dimitri. At first, Dimitri appears rational, offering reason as a counterbalance to Faustin's chaos. But this is all part of his manipulation, Niko's trust in his first conquest. And as soon as Niko proves himself useful, Dimitri seizes the opportunity to climb over Faustin by betraying him and ordering his death. This was Dimitri's first major betrayal, but it wouldn't be his last. What makes Dimitri so dangerous isn't his strength, it's his cunning. He doesn't resort to chaos unless necessary. He calculates every move. When Niko completes Faustin's execution, Dimitri immediately double-crosses him as well, selling him out to Ray Bulgarin, a violent figure from Niko's past. It is a fatal blow not just to Niko's trust, but to any illusion that Dimitri values loyalty. When Dimitri manipulates Niko into assassinating Faustin, it isn't just about self-preservation, it's a calculated rebirth. By removing Faustin, he removes the last chain to his old self, the last reminder of vulnerability, of friendship, or loyalty. He emerges from Faustin's shadow with a singular, unshackled identity. Dimitri Rascalov is the embodiment of sociopathy in a criminal empire. He builds alliances only to betray them. He promises partnerships only to destroy them. He sees people as stepping stones and calculates risk with surgical precision. In his mind, emotional attachment is weakness. He hides behind layers of criminal networks, bodyguards, and secret dealings. He's a puppeteer pulling strings from afar. And yet, despite his intelligence, Dimitri's fatal flaw is pride. He believes he's untouchable. That underestimation of Niko's resilience and rage ultimately leads to his downfall. It's a classic tale of a villain who believes he's smarter than everyone else until the storm he created turns back on him. Niko Bellic is everything Dimitri once was, a soldier haunted by war, searching for meaning, clinging to the concept of honor among thieves. Dimitri sees this, he studies it, and ultimately he exploits it. But perhaps the most personal betrayal came when Dimitri ordered the kidnapping of Niko's cousin, Roman Bellic. As a means to punish Niko and further manipulate him, Dimitri had Roman abducted and held hostage. In addition, Dimitri was behind the burning of Roman's cab business and the destruction of his apartment. These weren't just tactical moves, they were psychological warfare. Dimitri wanted to break Niko emotionally, cut off his support system, and remind him who held the power. It was a masterclass in cruelty, demonstrating Dimitri's willingness to ruin lives without a hint of remorse. And then comes the taunting, the psychological warfare. Throughout the narrative, Dimitri calls, threatens, and mocks Niko, not because he has to, but because he enjoys the power, the manipulation, the feeling of superiority. Dimitri doesn't just want to win, he wants Niko to know he's powerless. At the end of the story, Dimitri reemerges like a ghost. The game gives the player a moral crossroad. Take the deal with Dimitri, which leads to the death of Roman, Niko's cousin and symbol of the American dream. Reject the deal and seek revenge, which leads to the death of Kate, Niko's love interest and moral compass. Dimitri dies either way, but the death is less about justice and more about cost. His evil lingers in what it corrupts. These endings serve as a commentary on Dimitri's legacy. Whether Roman or Kate dies, Dimitri has already won. He has ensured that even in death, the betrayal ripples outward, shattering Niko's remaining hope, poisoning every ounce of faith he had in the system, in people, and in life. Dimitri Rascalov isn't a flamboyant villain. He doesn't monologue. He doesn't laugh manically. What makes him terrifying is how mundane his evil is, how calculated, how practical. In the end, Dimitri dies not with honor or redemption, but as a cornered rat, either on a ship gunned down by the man he betrayed, or executed in cold blood after orchestrating a fatal wedding shootout. His death is inevitable and earned. He reminds us that evil isn't always loud. It's silent. It doesn't always come from hatred. Sometimes it comes from disbelief in anything else. In Dimitri's world, compassion is weakness, loyalty is leverage, and people are pawns to be positioned, then discarded. He doesn't become the villain because he wants power. He becomes it because he fears being powerless. Dimitri Rascalov didn't rage, didn't scream, and didn't use brute force. He wore suits. He spoke calmly. He promised peace and delivered betrayal. His evil lies in the illusion of civility, the type of man who shakes your hand while planning your execution, But now I want to turn the question to you. Was Dimitri truly evil, or was he simply playing the game the only way he knew how? Was he survivalist in the world of wolves, or something darker, a man who took pleasure in destruction behind a calm facade? Dimitri Rascalov is a reminder, under the right conditions, with the right fears, any of us could lose our moral compass. It's not just about what villains do, it's about the choices they don't see as evil. And maybe by studying them, we protect ourselves from becoming them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, stay tuned and stay aware.